Here at our DMB offices, we do have a small home theater room set up. It allows us to test our app and the various plugins that we have, like the Kaleidoscape and the Plex, along with a few others that we're working on. It lets us test the software in more or less a real world environment. So our theater room is Dolby Atmos enabled. It's a 5.2.2. Pretty small, but pretty standard. Sounds great. I do find myself in here a little too often on the weekends, but the equipment is pretty standard as well. And we wanted it to be, again, nothing extravagant because we wanted to test our app in pretty much a real world environment. So basically how we have our room set up here is how most people would have their room set up in their homes. Now we are running a Samsung The Frame TV 43-inch. This is a 4K model, and we have our app running perfectly on it. And we are connected to, well, it is standalone, but we do have the One Connect box installed in our rack. And it's, again, a standard rack with standard equipment. We have a network switch, an AC conditioner, Denon AVR 6700, RTI, control, Xbox, Shield, PC. There's our little DMP-02 kit. We have the One Connect box sitting right under it, but it's hard to see. So just regular basic equipment in a pretty much basic room, and the Samsung Frame TV is running independent and by itself. And the only thing we have connected to it, like you saw, is our little DMP-02 kit. And you know, most of the time you cannot get a vertical signal sent into the Samsung Frame TVs, but our DMP-02 and our DMB OS software is just fine. Now, you'll notice that on all TVs, including the Samsung Frame, you have one side that's finished, which is normally the top side, and then the bottom side is usually a side that's not finished. Well, our app allows you to rotate the image depending on how you want that bad side to face. So in this case, I have the bad side facing to the right, good side on the left. But if the situation called for me having to have the bad side to the left and the good side to the right, I can open up the app, come down here to orientation, and select 0 degrees, and boom, you see it flips it 180 degrees. And if I wanted it set again with the bad side facing the other way, you know, you just mount the TV correctly, and then you can come into the app and then select the appropriate display there, and just like that, it works. And the cool thing about it is that it works on a Samsung Frame TV. So there's no special coding that the user is going to need on his, you know, to enter in his computer or to get a special controller. The Samsung Frame TV works just fine with our DMB OS app. And you'll notice that it looks great. The Samsung 4K, the frame is 4K. It's got a great picture quality on there. It sits flush against the wall, which is what most people like. And this is the 43-inch model, so it's more in line with movie posters. But you can see that the image looks great, and we've been really pleased with the way our app works with the Samsung Frame TV. So if you have a Samsung Frame TV, you can turn it into one of our movie boards just by adding the DMP-02 Media Player, and automatically it'll work with it.